Sunday afternoon in the nation's capital, so much to see in Washington, D.C., but all eyes are focused on the Advana World Team Tennis Final. The Washington Kastles finished off an improbable run to the finals, capped with an ace over their rivals, the New York Sport Times in the East in the conference finals. Now, they have a chance to play for the championship. Can they continue this remarkable run? Springfield was strong out of the blocks and have never looked back, easily topping the Western Conference and edging Newport Beach in the conference finals. They have a chance to win their first title. Is this their year? From the nation's capital, two proven teams looking to prove themselves with the King Trophy at stake. Springfield and Washington put it all on the line today. The World Team Tennis Final is next. Advana World Team Tennis Final, the championship match. It's the Springfield Lasers taking on the Washington Kastles from Kastles Stadium at City Center. Hi everyone, and welcome to World Team Tennis, the final match of the 2009 season. I'm Lee Shiras alongside Katrina Adams, and an exciting moment as we will crown a first-time champion here in World Team Tennis. Both these franchises have never won the title. Katrina, the Kastles, an improbable run. They started the season 0-4, but they've won their last three to get to this point.
Well, Mark Ein, the owner of this team, is all about winning, and he's brought in some big ringers in his team with Serena Williams and Nadia Petrova. They helped them get here, but it's really the core of the team that got them to the championships.
Yeah, and they came through in the clutch. They were 4-7 going into the final three matches. You can see they took out last year's champion, the New York Buzz, also beat Springfield, and then the big win over the Sport Times.
Well, that was a big win for the Kastles in taking out the Sport Times the other night in overtime, and they're really looking for greatness tonight.
They'll be taking on the Springfield Lasers, who did it the conventional way. They were strong right out of the blocks. They won their first 12 matches and really set the standard. They're the odds-on favorite today, and a big reason for their success has to be Vanya King, the female MVP.
Yes, Vanya has been solid all season. She's won some huge matches in overtime and then super tiebreakers for them. Just the other night, won 8 games in a row. But for the Springfield Lasers, it's been the entire team, the entire season that's gotten the job done.
Yeah, this isn't the first meeting between these two. The Lasers have taken on the Kastles 2 times prior to this. It'll be a big one. But for the Lasers, how about this? 13-2 coming into the championship match. They've been here before. Is this their year?
Well, the Kastles took them out just the other night. They both won at home, and the Kastles are here playing in D.C. It's going to be interesting.
That's right. The Lasers are actually the home team. Remember, this site was set before the season, much like the Super Bowl is selected. So D.C. fortunate to have the Kastles playing in it. But it's John DeJager, the captain for the Lasers, who sets the lineup, which is critical in World Team Tennis. They're very strong in the women's, and you can see that DeJager has put them, the women's, in the end.
Well, he's very confident in his female players, and he's looking for them to really bring them home tonight.
So tonight it's the men involved in the first 3 matches, and it will come down to the women in the final 2, Katrina.
Well, DeJager has a lot of confidence in his female players. Vanya King, as I stated earlier, she's been solid. Lisa Huber, the #1 player in the world. They should bring them through tonight.
Well, it's going to be a tough one. They see us as the home team, but obviously, we're playing in Washington. They're going to have the crowd support behind them. We do have the advantage that we can decide on the lineup. It's worked well for us so far at home. We didn't lose at home. We've got a good team. Our women is our strength. Our men is, some of the matches our men pulled it out of the bag. They played well against Newport Beach. So it's going to be very tough. Washington with Leander playing for them. Leander can, we know Leander can play at a high level. And when we played them in Washington on Wednesday night, he played extremely well and it was very tough for us.
Hey there, I'm Coach Murphy. Coming up next, World Team Tennis Championship Finals.
So coming up next, the Advana World Team Tennis Final, the championship match from right here in Washington, D.C. Advana World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico.
15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Or visit us at geico.com. By Firm Green Energy, working with communities to supply clean, renewable fuels and energy. Find out how renewable fuels and energy benefit each of us at firmgreen.com. By Novo Nordisk, maker of the Levemir Flex Pen, a pre-filled insulin pen and easy option for taking insulin. Visit novonordiskcare.com to learn more. By DecoTurf, official tennis court surface of World Team Tennis and the surface of the U.S. Open since 1978. And by Advanta, bringing world-class tennis to your community.
In our nation's capital for the Advanta World Team Tennis Finals, the Kastles and the Lasers out of the blocks was the men's singles. Scott Oudzema taking on Robin Klaassen of the Lasers. And early on, Oudzema was really distinguishing himself with his serve and his volleying at the net.
Yeah, he was playing very aggressive on his service games, but Klaassen with a very good second serve, throwing those kick serves, getting Oudzema out of his rhythm.
But the Castle was able to serve well, get the break, and win it 5-3. Next up was the mixed doubles. The Castle's the #1 team in the league with Renee Stubbs and Leander Paes, and they were just a little too much. Well, this one was a good battle.
Well, the Castles were very aggressive, but you can see Huber with a great touch with the lob over Stubbs' head, and Dom putting that smash away. Stubbs was very efficient in her service game, served extremely well in the mixed doubles, and they were able to close this one out.
So after that tiebreaker win for the Castles, it was 10-7. A lot of experience on that court in the mixed doubles, but even more as we head now into the third event of the night. The men's doubles is coming up next. Advanta World Team Tennis Final.